Hello and welcome back to Oscar Recap. Today we will recap.
This woman was walking down the street when a man said to her,
"The world's gonna unless we have sex right now."
but not only did the woman not scold him, she said,
Do we have time to get to a motel, or do we need to do it right here?
"What is this?" It turns out that the world is a very magical place. People here don't tell lies, they just tell the truth. The man's name is Jack. Today is his first blind date. He's on his first blind date with Mary, his longtime crush. They are meeting at a restaurant for dinner. The waiter comes up and says,
He's way out of your league.
The waiter says, "You're not good enough for her." But the truth is irrefutable. In the middle of the meal, Mary received a call from her mother. Ooh, and in front of Jack, she comments on him. Yes, the money was average, but he seemed like a nice guy. A bit funny looking. He had a nose like an alpaca. This kind of public execution comment. Jack was a bit overwhelmed. He had to keep drinking water to ease his embarrassment. As a result, the next day, Jack had just arrived at work. He was fired by his boss. The main reason was that he was a screenwriter. He had written something that no one would read. Jack, who hadn't yet recovered, he receives another email from Mary. The letter says she doesn't like Jack. It says she doesn't like Jack, but only his work. They don't look right together. It's all downhill from there. And that's not the worst of it. When the landlord heard that he had lost his job, he came to the door and started to call for rent. The rent is $800 a month, but Jack has only $300 left in his savings. That's not even half of the rent. If he doesn't get the money, he'll have to get out. Jack decides to go to the bank and withdraw the $300 before making any plans. The bank's system was down that day. The teller couldn't check his balance at the moment, but he could withdraw the money first. As soon as this was said, Jack's mind was suddenly blown.
$800. $800.
The teller didn't even question it. The teller gave him $800, and that was it. Jack had told the world's first lie. After handing the money over to the landlord, Jack wanted to see if lying would work. So he went out into the street to a woman who came up to him and made an unreasonable request. The woman immediately said yes. This made him realize that he really did have the ability to lie. For the rest of his life, Jack decides to use lies to change his destiny. This man was caught by a traffic cop for drink driving. Jack rushed out of the car to persuade the traffic cop that
He's not drunk.
the police officer apologized to the man and helped him up. He even helped him up. The man was confused. What's going on here? It turns out that this is a world without lies, and Jack becomes the only one who can lie. No matter what he said, everyone believes him unconditionally. With such a powerful ability, it doesn't seem right not to do something exciting. Then Jack takes Tom to the casino and played a game of The Voice in front of everyone, and he tells the waiter that he told the waiter that he had won the first prize on the machine, but the machine wouldn't spit anything out. The attendant immediately congratulated him and contacted the staff to exchange the cash to them. The two men just walked out with their hands full of cash, as well as using lies to make money. Jack also uses it to give kindness and comfort to people, too. For example, this neighbor, William, who thinks about suicide every day. Jack says to him,
Be okay. Yeah. You're gonna meet someone. You're gonna be happy.
as William listened, instantly had hope for life. He was not ready to kill himself. Jack learns how it feels to help others, and so the kind words of comfort grew. It was a homeless man on the side of the road, or a couple arguing. Wherever he went, he made everyone smile with a casual comment. He puts a smile on everyone's face, despite the satisfaction of helping others. Jack couldn't forget his job as a scriptwriter, thinking that now that he had the ability to lie, he might as well write a virtual story, so he immediately set to work writing it. And when he was done, he poured coffee on the paper. It made the paper look more like an old book. The next day, Jack took the script to his boss and he told the story in front of his boss. He was so surprised to hear it that he immediately called everyone to come over. The colleagues below were on the verge of tears as they listened. They were all in awe of the story. Jack returned to the company with a bang. With a successful career, he decided to ask Mary out again, thinking that this time he would be able to win her over. But Mary is still uncomfortable with his looks. She can't accept that her future child will have an alpaca nose, having just been rejected. Jack gets another call from the hospital. It turns out that Jack's mother has had a heart attack. He rushes to the hospital and sees his mother in agony in her bed. It turns out that his mother is afraid of death. She feels that after death, she was afraid of death and felt that everything was irrelevant. To comfort his mother, Jack, once again, he lied with good intentions.
You go to your favourite place in the whole world, and everyone you've ever loved and who's ever loved you will be there.
But the translation, alas, this time it worked very well. The mother died peacefully. The doctors on the sidelines are stunned.